Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So, anything I say is alleged and in my very, very personal opinion. This is for entertainment purposes only. None of this is personal. The Copyright Act of 1976 is in the description box. Some meat and potatoes, some housekeeping items. It is free to follow me. Free to follow me on this channel, Anonymous Tea. Free to follow me on my other channel, Anonymous Tea Podcast. There is new content over there. Follow me on the Tickety Talk at Anonymous Tea Podcast. Free to follow me on the Instagram. On the Instagram, he's at Anonymous Reality Tea. Free to share everywhere. Free to like the video so it gets out to the algorithm. Free to share with your family, your friends, and your foes, and coming or going, hit the like button. So today in this video, I'm talking Love Island Season 7, Episode 22. I think we only have like about 15 or 16 episodes left, you guys, because US, it's only 6 weeks. We only have a couple weeks left, and there's 1 million people in this villa right now, y'all. But in this video, I'm specifically going to talk about the Casa recoupling that was a hot mess express, you guys. We're going to get into it. I didn't like the format. I didn't like the setup at all. One of the major reasons why Casa Amor is what it is because it sets up for the dramatics, right? It sets up for you to be surprised on whether or not the person you couple up with comes back single or with somebody else, right? It would have been way more dramatic with how things unfolded if certain people came back single, if the single person saw somebody in a new couple and everything else, but they effed everything up with this stupid twist with Nick and Alondria, and they didn't even take advantage of it. It was a waste of time for clicks and views. It was clickbait, you guys, and y'all fell for it. Y'all fell for it. Make it make sense. If Nick really was listen, it's not about whether or not somebody's attracted to a black woman or any of this. It's not that. It's not colorism. It's not featureism. It's not whatever y'all trying to say or anti-swirl. No. They've been in that villa for 4 weeks, y'all. They've been there for 4 weeks. Of course, they were going to couple up to survive so that they didn't get dumped from the villa. But we fast forward to the recoupling, and this is why I said the twist was a waste. So they bring the Casa people and their couples over to sit at the villa at the main fire pit. And then the people who were staying at the villa have to come forward with their couples. No. Why are we reinventing the wheel? You should have had the villa couple sit at the fire pit, bring over the Casa people, one couple by one or whatever, on whether or not they were going to be in a new couple or not. This was lame. This was lame. USA fumbled. This might be the worst Casa recoupling I've ever seen. Make it make sense. So then, as they're bringing back all of the villa couples, y'all, Shelly and Sierra are having a powwow, like, who's missing? Who don't we have yet? And at that point, Ace, Taylor, and Nick didn't come out, right? So then they bring out Ace, then they bring out Taylor, or whatever else. Then the Sierra is crying. Amaya's crying like this whole time. And Zach with the K, for whatever reason, is trying to tell Amaya to calm down. I'm not too sure about this couple. I don't know if they're going to last long. I think Zach, now that he is, now that they're a couple or whatever, depending on what happens with the recoupling, if he makes it into the villa, I think he's going to try to, get in where he fits in and see what other options are available. I'm not trusting this dude. So, nonetheless, they deduce that Alondria was dumped on their side and Nick was dumped. So they are crying, they are bawling their eyes out. However, the dudes, the villa knows obviously that Nick came back and that he's in a couple with Alondria. So then Nick and Alondria come out, right? Because Ariana's like, there's one couple left. They didn't even make it to the fire pit, y'all. The moment that Nick and Alondria was in eyesight, Shelly took off. Shelly took off. That's my best friend. That's my best friend. That is my best friend. She went and took off, and the other girls followed and practically, ran Alandria down. Sierra went to her man to go kiss Nick and everything else and make out with him. And I'm like, girl, you don't know the half. Wait till movie night gets here. You don't even know the half right now. So nonetheless, everybody gets back situated, and they set up this like traders type of round table, but it's all like heart squares, and it's so low budget. Y'all couldn't give these people tablets. Ariana tells all of these 20 something odd people that you have to write in the name of the person you want to be in a couple with. No. We're in 2025. Y'all can't write it down on an iPad. Y'all couldn't afford 20 tablets or something. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Make it make sense. So, nonetheless, and the order doesn't matter. Nonetheless, Adrina, she went up there. We know that obviously she was going to couple up with the Casa guy. Whoopie woo. Austin, we knew he was going to couple up with the girl who, put her shoes in the water in the pool. Woo, 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 right? like, woo, woo, woo. We knew Amaya and Zach with the K was going to couple up. Woo, 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 right? We then get to, who else? We get to Ace the hardware store, right? And for Ace, he obviously gets to go up first, which they were switching between male and female who went up first, because basically if there was multiple people who were choosing you, then it would, be a certain type of thing. Oh, before we get to Ace, so Huda also was single, but we get to Ace first. So he has Shelly and Coco, and I love their dresses. They look so amazing. Oh my gosh, the lime green and the yellow and the flowers in their hair. Beautiful chef's kiss. Shelly reveals her little card that she wrote in marker on a whiteboard, y'all, that she chose Ace. Coco says she chose Ace. They have this dramatic pause. I think it even goes to commercial. Only for Ace to choose Shelly. Right? Like, we knew this. Huda is cheering for them. Everybody's cheering for them, you guys. They're not scamming. I think they're genuine, you guys. I truly think they're genuine. Y'all are going to regret calling them scammers and doing the decampaigning you're doing against them, because it's not right and it's not fair, and there's no way they would be on this show if they were scamming like this. Like they're not moving like scammers, because actual scammers wouldn't have talked to anybody this whole time. They would not have talked to anybody this entire time. But nonetheless, they get together or whatever else. And so the people who do not get picked, anytime there's multiple people that are after the same islander, they have to sit on a bench because they're going to be vulnerable, because some people are going home today. And so then we get to Huda. Now, what has happened here is that basically earlier in the episode, Huda and JD are not on the same page. JD's mad at Huda and everything else. That's a whole nother conversation. And she was trying to implement the same type of strategies that she would use on Jeremiah when she was mad at Jeremiah, or somebody tried to come for her and hold her accountable. And he was not listening. JD was not the 1, the 2, or the 3, or the 4. So nonetheless, Huda moves on to Shelly's man, Chris, y'all. Mr. 6'8", right? And so basically they're a match now. So Chris is going to be in the villa even though he was originally interested in Shelly. Make it make sense, right? So then we also get to Sierra and Nick, right? And so Sierra and Nick, they come forward. There's nobody else that is saying that they have an interest in Nick or whatever else. And Sierra's the one that stands there by herself. And then the people who are interested in Sierra come forward. So that would be Nick and Elam. So Sierra ends up, they both reveal obviously that they want to pair with Sierra. And Nick obviously wants to pair with Sierra. So Sierra reveals she wants obviously to pair with Nick. And it's giving winner's edit. It is giving that they can't be stopped. It is giving Nick and Sierra for the win. And I'm confused by the handler that's running Sierra's account that was cussing all these people out and said that they're in their villain era. No. What are you doing? Episodes like Love Island change from day to day. Listen, you dislike a different islander every day. You dislike somebody else every day. And you did that whole crash out and liking microaggressive comments about Elandria for nothing. Make it make sense. Because Nick could have wrote Elandria's name right there if he was standing on business, if it was something for real. So, nonetheless, we conclude, y'all, we get to the climax of this, which they saved Taylor for last. Why is Taylor dressed like he's going to the BET Awards? I think that was his finale outfit that he had on, and he must know that he's not making it to the finale after tonight's shenanigans, you guys. So he stands up there, and you can tell he's not used to women being after him, multiple women at the same time, and everything else. You can just tell. You can just tell. Because he stands there, and Clark comes up, and Elandria comes up, right? And so nonetheless, you know, they obviously reveal that they want to be in a couple with Taylor. This whole thing is so dumb. I never want to see this again, Love Island USA. This was so cheap. This was so stupid. There some things you don't need to reinvent the wheel, and Casa Amor is one of them. Casa Amor is one of them. All of these twists flopped. So nonetheless, Taylor reveals before he reveals who he wants to couple up with, y'all, they do a shot to Coco's face, and she has this shocked look on her face, and I was like, uh-oh. I was like, is she shocked because Taylor's gonna choose Elandria, or is she shocked that Taylor actually chose Clark in the midst of all this Elandria stuff? So we go to commercial, y'all. We get back from commercial, and you would not believe it, y'all. Taylor has selected Clark to couple up with. And Amaya is cussing him out. She is ready to take her shoes off and march up to the stage and punch Taylor in the face and whatever else. Because what the welly on say, what are we doing? And Huda made a comment, and she was like, man, Taylor's so easy. See, here's the difference, right? Elandria, they brought in Shaylin specifically for you, somebody who was genuine, who was all about you. Y'all went on a nice date and everything else, and you still ran back to Taylor, who was giving you absolutely nothing and only increased briefly some type of, physical intimacy and everything else, only because dude was there, right? But y'all got dude up out of there. He didn't even make it to After Sun. Y'all got him out of there so fast. If you blinked, you missed Jalen, right? And he deserves all of the followers that he is getting on TikTok and Instagram. He deserves all the brand deals because y'all did him dirty. He was a genuine dude. He was not there for clout. He was genuinely there for you, Elandria. And you're up here standing up here, pining away for a man who is telling you and showing you multiple times he does not see it for you. Like my father always said, no man's about to be playing my daughter out here, right? like you have to listen. I don't care how shy of a man you are. I don't care how much of an introvert you are or whatever else. Even if you're on reality TV or whatever else, you still show when you're interested versus when you're not interested. And Taylor has been showing multiple times he's not interested in Elandria. So this puts Elandria at risk from getting dumped from the island again. So she has not learned her lesson. She has not learned her lesson at all, you guys. So Ariana makes the announcement that there's 6 people who are vulnerable. Basically, 3 Casa guys and 2 Casa girls and Elandria. They're all vulnerable of getting dumped from the villa. They said, you can only save 2 people, 4 people, you are out of here. You are on the first flight out of here, out of Fiji, right? So here's where it gets interesting, right? Because Ariana says the decision for the Islanders to save, the villa gets to choose which girl to save, which includes Elandria. And then the Casa Amor crew, which includes the original OG girls, have to choose to save a boy. And I was like, wait, what, the welly? So I guess they were under the assumption that the Casa people would automatically save Elandria because obviously they've had like a mental breakdown. Shelly said she's been crying for 48 hours over Elandria's quote-unquote dumping. So I think production was expecting Elandria to go again. And production, you guys keep getting it wrong. Y'all keep handing this to the hands of the Islanders, and they keep doing the opposite of what you want them to do. Make it make sense. So the Casa people choose to save Elam, which is Sierra's man, right? And so then Ace makes a messy comment to Nick and is like, you're in trouble, Nicky Poo. Now, if nothing else, that was funny. I did laugh. I did have a chuckle, you guys, because I thought that was hilarious. Because I think Elam is going to be applying the pressure. Hopefully, movie night episode is within the next few days. We can sort all of that out. But nonetheless, I don't think Elam is going to stop pursuing Sierra as quickly as people think. So he has made it to the villa, right? So then we get over to the villa people making a decision. And here's what y'all need to know. Taylor did not want to save Alandria. All the Casa girls wanted to save Coco. None of them really had Vanessa back in there. They wanted Coco. Ace was advocating for Coco, and I'm thinking to myself, like, you have Shelly, so why are we advocating for Coco? Like what is T? What is? But I think Ace did this on purpose. I think, see, here's my thing. If Ace really is the ringleader, I think Ace has already gotten to Taylor. Ace has already realized that Taylor is a goner. He realized that Alandria and Taylor, like if he was on some get right and was actually interested in Alandria and doing the right things, that they could have had a shot to win. But for whatever reason, Taylor, like Huda said, is so easy that he's not thinking straight, right? But I would have called him a game player if he would have chose Alandria, if he would have chose to couple up with Alandria, because I would have said, okay, so you are going to go against who you really want because you know that you and Alandria are alike. But this is why I told y'all I didn't vote for Taylor in Favorite Boy, Favorite Girl, because I wasn't going to vote for somebody just because he was a comedian to the villa. And I wasn't going to vote with him just because he was in a couple with Alandria. I told you he was a fraud. But nonetheless, Taylor's talking spicy in the deliberation, talking about, well, if you save her, I don't need her coming at me, and I don't need her mad at me, and da-da-da-da-da-da. So he wanted Alandria out of here. He wanted her gone. They asked for Clark's vote. She's like, well, I really don't, you'll have to come back to me. Basically, she doesn't want Alandria there. So Nick, after all is said and done, Nick Alandria fans, right? After all it is said and done, even though Nick is focused on the prize right now, he's not leaving Sierra. He's like, I think Alandria deserves to be here. I think she deserves a second chance with all the cards she was dealt. Da-da-da-da-da-da. And I'm just thinking to myself, like we've learned nothing, right? We've learned absolutely nothing. But nonetheless, I think Alandria is so stuck on Taylor still. I think this is the problem. I think we're going to have another Huda and Jeremiah situation where Alandria is not going to be able to let go of the idea of Taylor. And no matter how many times Taylor tells Alandria he does not want her, it is not clicking in her skull that he does not want her. And it's bizarre. It is absolutely bizarre. So nonetheless, Pepe stands up. And I'm like, how is this going to go? Is it going to be Coco or Alandria? Because it's clear as day that nobody wants Hannah in the villa. The girls looked at her like she was Jigsaw when she walked in. And I was like, I hope this girl does not get on social media. The first thing she needs to do is just her family, her friends need to tell her not to be on social media for a while because everybody's calling her Jigsaw. Everybody's showing her pictures from scary movies of people's faces botched up. Like, she needs to stay off of social media, right? So Pepe stands up, and Pepe's like, yeah, so we decided to save Alandria. And so Alandria, her and Pepe had a nice moment, and then Alandria goes and sits next to Nick and Nicolas and puts her head on his shoulder. So Nicolas, you have Nicolas to thank for saving Alandria, right? He's the only... After friend zoning, right? And I know some of y'all are going to be like, oh, that was scripted, that was fake. Nick really deep down wants Alandria, but he deep down wants the money with Sierra. No. Because you would have won with Alandria. Because the way y'all broke the internet yesterday, y'all would have won. Y'all would have won the show. But nonetheless, Alandria, she is stuck on Taylor. We didn't get a preview for Sunday's episode. We got a preview for After Sun. And I just... listen, I don't know what else to do with Alandria, y'all. Alandria does not want to be helped. She has it in her mind. She is going to be a rancher's wife on the country with Taylor, except for Taylor does not see it for her. And I guess Taylor made some messy comment about, because I guess he already had like a handshake with some people or what else. And Alandra was like, I don't got no handshake with you or whatever. And Taylor was like, well, maybe you're not liked. No. Who do you think you are? Who do you think you are? See, here's the thing. Remember way back when we did that America's Vote and we recoupled Jeremiah with Iris, we recoupled Pepe with Hannah, and we recoupled Alandria with Jalen? You know what should have happened that day? What should have happened that day is Taylor should have been dumped that day, Huda should have been dumped that day, and Charlie was already going to be dumped that day, right? But all of them should have been dumped that day. They should have. Because that, for me, was the turning point of the show. Because people were too busy trying to analyze why America did what they did. And it fed all types of crazy delusions in the villa. And ultimately, up until this point, Hannah's gone and Jeremiah is gone. And y'all still are keeping, and Jalen's gone, right? So it didn't do what it was supposed to do in the grand scheme of things. We wanted to see these couples progress, and none of these couples progressed, and the wrong people went home as a result of it. Hannah would have gave y'all good content for Casa Amor because she is down with the get down. She understands this is her opportunity. She's going to give you messy reality TV. She is going to kiss these dudes in or outside the challenge. And y'all messed that up. Y'all messed up that whole situation. And then she was going to run back to Pepe and she would have been guaranteed a final spot. Jeremiah, we could have seen him progress with him and Adrina. We could have seen whether or not he would have been interested in any of these Casa girls. They definitely would have switched up some of these Casa girls and would have brought in some other people who were like Adrina for sure to see if they could tempt Jeremiah. But then y'all turned Casa Amor into the Taylor show. No! Y'all turned it into the Taylor show. And we're not here to see you, Otis. So, nonetheless, you guys, I just feel like production has dropped the ball on several occasions. Leaving Austin in this villa is a huge mistake. He is giving nothing. Nobody cares about him and Jaden. But I know now you're going to give him a fan base to try to give him a finale spot, and he doesn't deserve it. There's no real connections in that villa except for Nick and Sierra and Ace and Shelly. Those are your final two, you guys. Like, what is there else to discuss? Because here's the problem. Even if Taylor goes back to Alandria, the fans are done because Taylor has been so disrespectful to Alandria, and I feel like in the back of his mind, he knows that she's still obsessed with him. I don't know what happened because we're seeing nothing of their connection on this show. And but every time we are seeing stuff, he's making slick comments about her and everything else. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, what more do we have to do? What more do we have to do? But there was no vote tonight, so I'm going to guess that there's a vote Sunday. And hopefully Sunday, I don't know why we just didn't have the vote tonight on vote for your favorite couple. Because at that point, we could have got some people out of here, right? But maybe they'll do favorite boy, favorite girl again. I don't know, because it looks like, because I think Alandria and Elam are the only single people. So maybe they're bringing in bombshells on Sunday. Maybe they're going to try again and bring a bombshell for Elandria, because I don't think Nick and Elandria are going to go down this road if they just said that they're going to be friends. Like, yesterday was a whole waste. It was a whole waste of time. And the thing is, if that would have been a Maya and Austin that was dumped from the villa, or a Maya and TJ that was originally going to be dumped from the villa, y'all wouldn't have done this twist. They would have been done. They already would have been, filming their interviews. They would have been gone already from Fiji. But y'all wanted to keep Nick and Elandria in, and y'all wanted to feed the Nick and Elandria fans. But basically, it's Nick and Sierra's game to lose. But I think the Ace and Shelly people are going to have a say in that. So there is that. That is it. That's all for this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post the content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.